we doing the keyboard then?
We are live right now.
Oh,
Hey, everybody.
sorry.
Taking you back to the 80s. Let's enjoy this for a couple of minutes while everybody takes their time showing up.
On the window glass, numbers dance as the moments pass.
Dude, it was Major Day.
Dreams of lines
Oh.
around the block. Gates will open, tick of the clock. Shelves are full, but hearts are higher. Every spark ignites the fire. From ammo cans to holiday gear, coreSTORE keeps your vision clear. No need to wonder, no need to fear. All you need's already here. Ready for the rush, it's time to shine. coreSTORE's got your bottom line. Promotion rising, orders flow. The season's calling, let it show. From Black Friday to Cyber Light, we'll keep your sales in perfect sight. Ready for the rush, you're on the night. With coreSTORE by your side. Since in stock, from range to sight, deals go live in the morning light. Every barcode, every
You like it?
scan runs smoother than it
I'm
ever
trying to figure out who it reminds me of.
Customers scroll, they click, they buy. Your dashboard sings beneath the sky. No stress, no mess, no midnight cries. coreSTORE makes the numbers fly.
coreSTORE makes the numbers fly.
No better time to light the fuse. Ready for the rush. It's time
Is everybody ready for the rush?
coreSTORE's got your
Okey, that's why you're here. You're going to help
It
us
is.
get ready for the rush, correct?
It is that time of year, right?
Yeah. So this song was probably reminds you of the 80s. I don't know who it was.
I wasn't even born then.
Are you serious?
87.
Well, then
But-
you were born in the 80s.
My
We're
little
probably
infant
hearing
years,
stuff in your mother's womb. I'm sure she was listening to this stuff. So, yeah, you were exposed. Your mom had class.
she-
Has class.
Glam hair.
No,
Is that
no,
70s?
it's not glam hair at all.
Is that 70s though, or is that 80s?
70s
Glam
and
hair?
80s, a different genre of music.
Oh, gotcha.
So, no, seriously, what are we going to be going over today? Because I know that we are getting close. I know everybody out there thinks, oh, no, it's only October. It's not even close to Black Friday. No, we're close to Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And if you're not preparing now, you're a little bit behind,
You're
but you're
behind.
not too far behind.
Yeah, and really, Joel, the way I see this too is, it's the holiday season. There's three things during the holiday season. You have your Black Friday, which is, your doorbuster. You're getting people in there. You're getting them pumped for the holiday season, gaining that foot traffic. Then you have Christmas, to me, which is more of a time where you're actually buying gifts for people. You're out there, hunting for that specific firearm, or maybe that rod and reel your dad's looking for. And then you have the new year, which I don't think a lot of people really take advantage of. I mean, think about it. You have all these shoppers that have come through and bought inventory for someone else, maybe for themselves. But if you're like me, I don't like when people buy me stuff because it's usually wrong. So I'm going to take it back. So
I am literally going to take this clip and send it to all of your family.
They'll realize all the regifting I've actually been doing. But to me, that's just another opportunity. You think of all the holiday gifts that your clients have gotten for each other, and maybe you want to do a trade-in promotion. You know, bring an item in you don't want, trade it in. Let's get you something you were looking for. I mean, there's ways to use that to generate traffic too.
That
Um,
you're actually right. Nobody really thinks
mhm.
of that. Like, hey,
No,
you may be a SIG guy and dear old dad bought you a Glock.
yeah,
You know? I
all
mean,
right,
dang. No,
yeah.
there's gotta be a way you can figure that out. I mean, there's a way that an FFL could make that right for the customer, you know? So, but that's not
Absolutely.
something that people think about. I didn't think about that until you just mentioned it. I'm thinking,
Yeah.
"Hey, thanks for the gift. It may not ever get used, but thank you, you know, for the gift."
Well, another big component in the holiday season to itself is gift cards. I mean, I know we've talked about this before, but think of how many times, you know, a client is going to buy a gift card because they don't know what to buy. That's a money making opportunity for you there, and you're not losing any inventory at that time. Um, and one of the biggest things, I mean, Joel, I'm sure you can open your wallet and pull out a gift card that you've had from Best Buy for 10 years.
Panera
I know
Bread,
I can.
15 years
Yeah,
old.
but and look at it that way. That's money you got coming in, and no one ever redeemed it too. So
Nobody
that's
ever
just a
yeah.
that's just
It's
another thing to keep in mind.
it's really sad.
Um,
I think in all honesty, I'm just gonna be honest with everybody out there, and your safest bet would be gift cards. You know?
mhm.
Now, if you've got a $400 gift card, obviously that's going to get spent. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
if you're selling 25, $50 gift cards, that is just like one of those subscriptions that goes unnoticed for years. And you're like, I just spent $800 on this over the past 2 years and I didn't even realize it, you know? So those gift cards are really an important component, I think, to anybody's holiday
mhm.
strategy. Let me ask you this though. Obviously, Okey, if I go to Okey's Guns and Okey sells me $100 gift card, are you going to have like a an expiration date, or how would you handle that? And
Well,
I
first,
know I'm just probably stepping on your toes because we didn't even talk, everybody. I'm just jumping in asking questions, so I could be stepping all over his
you know,
outline because I haven't looked at it.
the first thing I said before I even got it in here, I'm like, hopefully Joel doesn't ask me any questions. He always does and totally throws me for a loop. But in general, how I've mostly seen business operating under under, hey, there's no expiration date on this. However, I do know that I've gone into a couple stores, and these are smaller stores where they'll put an expiration date of 2 years on there. So after 2 years, they'll go ahead and remove the balances if they haven't been redeemed.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Nathan from Frontline just said that in the chat. He said,
Yeah, I was going to say state restrictions too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you
So,
got,
yeah, but you don't want $10,000 in gift cards showing up 3 years later, and then
yeah.
you're like, "Uh-oh," you know?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
Right.
Exactly. Maybe have some kind of redemption time. You know, check with your state restrictions and see what's allowed on that. Um, Really, you know, the biggest thing too is you want to be able to use the information that's available at your fingertips. And I know we covered this last year, and I have a little Black Friday course on Core U. But the big thing is, you know, you want to prepare. You want to know what you have in inventory. What are your top sellers? What are your bottom sellers? And the reason that's so important is because you can go ahead and you can kit these items together and help move your lower moving inventory with something that is selling faster. So that's another idea. So, um, Joel, I don't know if you want to just throw up my screen here just so I can kind of talk about my thought process in this and what I've done. Um, so this is just our beta environment, very limited data. But one thing that I did was I went into our report section, and under our items subsection here, there's top selling and worst selling inventory. Now, what I recommend is running both of these reports. Now, we know product lines change yearly. There could be new models that come out, et cetera, especially during the holiday season. You know, that's a big buying time. Um, so what I would say is run these two reports. You could run it. I ran them for all time. You could do it just based off a date range if you want. If I come in and run this, I could say, all right, I want to do a custom date range. And maybe you're just going to do your top selling and worst selling items through the holiday date range of last year, so you can kind of get a good idea on what products are moving, what products are not moving. So that way you're not throwing a bunch of money into dead cost with inventory. So my first thing I would do is I would run both of these reports. And what I did was I actually, Joe, I took some advice from you. I fed this into Chat GPT to take a look at my top sellers and bottom sellers. And I use that to go out and basically look at other people's holiday bundles, what they're offering, and to help come up with some bundles inside the store to help move this inventory. So um, this being beta data, a lot of it is just random products. They're not really real, but it did give me some good strategies. So as far as an overall strategy for us, the big thing is as I said, kits are a proven holiday strategy for allowing us to increase sales and just clear our inventory in general. So if you take this information and you pump this into Chat GPT and maybe just ask it, hey, what can I do to bundle these top selling items with these lower selling items to help move that? That's going to give you some how some I guess some directions on which way you want to take this. Now, some things that have come up for me as far as Black Friday, I like to think of Black Friday itself as the prime time to really be aggressive in your bundles and doorbusters. Um, Basically, you want to design this to get you a bare minimum margin just to stay profitable. And the reason you want to do it this way is it's going to drive that foot traffic into the store. There's nothing better than having a customer standing in front of you. And doorbusters and big time discounts are the way to do that on Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So some suggestions for you guys on, hey, what can I do as far as inside a core store? How can I accommodate using a bundle to help move this inventory? Well, underneath our inventory, we have a section called item kits. I highly recommend taking advantage of this for all of your sales throughout the holiday season, whether it's Black Friday or a specific Christmas sale. And while I'm on that, one thing I did see, Joel, that a local company was doing, and I'm sure a lot of other clients do this, is a 12 days of Christmas sale where they do a different product every day. Um, that's something I think is a great idea because you're gonna get fresh feed in there. If you're doing a different product, or maybe the first day of the season, I'm doing maybe camel and blaze orange because hunting season's coming up. I'm doing an apparel discount, and then the next day I'm doing fishing jigs and lures. There's a bunch of different ways you can mold that and use it as a stocking stuffer opportunity too. Maybe you do have a bunch of these old mag lights and stuff that are sitting around that you want to get rid of. So there are ways that you can market this personally in your store to help bring that traffic. So in coreSTORE, you can go ahead and create what we call an item kit. And now here, some things I would do, as far as Black Friday, maybe you do a firearm and accessory bundle. Maybe it's called the handgun and range kit. I mean, that could be one bundle to help getting people to come in. So you'll go ahead and package, a handgun, some targets, some ears and eye protection. And maybe that's just your beginning learning handgun kit or whatever you want to call that. Another good thing to help move product. Now, think of scopes. I mean, scopes are very expensive. They're high ticket items, right? I mean, that's something that's going to be a little harder for you to move just in general. Someone's really got to want that. So what I've seen in my experience, what I've seen some stores doing, let's say, you got the 1 to 6x vortex scope. You could go ahead and, hey, you buy this scope, we're going to go ahead and bundle that with some free service. Maybe we're going to give you a free cantilever mount, or we're going to go ahead and put the hardware and mount it for you for free. So that's another idea to help, just help break in the crowds, get people into the store, build some excitement. Go ahead and offer some products with free service, free labor, stuff like that. Um, another one that I really see that's big, just in general, guys, is using. Once again, you could use kits, but I'd probably recommend maybe a price rule for this, where you buy X, buy so many boxes of ammo, get one free, or buy so many boxes and get this many at a discount. One thing that you could do is you could take your top selling inventory and then throw in this free box of ammo that isn't moving, along with the purchase of 10 of this 9mm. Or
Right.
want to do that for your popular ammo. So that's what I've been seeing as far as your Black Friday sales. What is really moving? A lot of kits. Kits are a big thing. And then you have your if you want to throw my screen up one more time, just to kind of show you guys on your price rules. Um, some things that a lot of stores do, or maybe just a simple discount. And I want to say this starts and ends on Black Friday. And maybe I just want to do my ammo category. You could go ahead and do a bulk discount off of all your ammo at 10% off. I mean, that's a pretty common Black Friday deal. You could even do this just on specific product itself, just on the qualifying item. So maybe you have a plethora of some junky ammo you want to get rid of and slash that down. You guys could do that too. So there's really a bunch of different combinations here on different discount styles that you guys could use. Another one would be your BOGOs, buy one, get one free. So you could go ahead and set up a BOGO. Once again, maybe for those stocking stuffers, maybe you have pocket knives or little mag flashlights, that kind of stuff that you want to get out of the store, and you can sell one and give one for free and still make a profit, freeing up your shelf space. So that's kind of it, for the your kits and your price rules, and how to kind of handle your Black Friday sales. The other side that I was getting to, was the Christmas season. Now, the Christmas season, most customers are buying gifts. They're not just going out to try to get deals on Black Friday, or maybe, try to save a few extra bucks. But the way I see the Christmas season working is to be more specific with your bundles. Maybe you want to do something like, I'm going to call it the fresh meat package. I remember, Joel, the first time I ever went hunting with my grandfather, and how he treated me hunting deer. And all I could think was, he never gave me a heads up on how cold it was, how much work was involved, just trudging through the woods. And I, I'm sure a lot of hunters know the term driving, but that was the scariest thing in my life. Expecting the hunters on the other side of the clearing not to shoot me when I'm trying. But where I was going with this, your fresh meat hunting package, you could do something like, scent eliminator spray, deer call. And the one thing I wish I would have had were those little hand warmers and sock warmers. So you could do something like that, beginner's hunter package. Uh, and I guess the reason I'm going down this path is, I feel like during the Christmas season, after Black Friday, you want to make your marketing really targeted. It doesn't want, you don't want to just have a block special. You want to have
Right.
something like, hey, this is a beginning hunter, everything you need to take your grandson hunting. Or same thing with the fishing, a beginning anglers package. There are a bunch of different ways that you can do this. Just don't be so generic with it. Don't be so, oh, I'm going to do a Glock 19 package. Be specific on what it's for. And that'll help you market that too. I mean, you think about it, this time of year. I know I was getting done with hunter safety, when I was 13 years old around this time, because it's right before deer season.
Right.
Really take that into account and start pushing packages towards that younger generation, getting them in there. Um,
And if you're just real quick, because you're making some excellent points, and I don't want people to think. First off,
and I,
you guys ordered the inventory you ordered for a reason. right? And you understand that reason as the retailer, but you can't just assume that your customers understand the reasoning behind the reason you stock what you stock, right? So when Okey, says he was using the robot, I would very much encourage you to take, one of those sales reports or whatnot and ask the robot, how can I, right? I want you, robot, to act as the average just consumer of, outdoor sporting goods or, hunting or tactical gear or whatever. And I want you to create, some packages or some deals or some marketing ideas using this product that I can use that will really resonate with that demographic. Because right now, it would be really hard for you to go out and, query all of your customers or all the people that come into your shop. Like, why are you, do you know why we're stocking the things that we're stocking? Most of them would say, well, yeah, I mean, you got guns and ammo. And it's like, you guys as retailers, you probably put a little bit more thought into it, right? You're obviously stocking things that people want, but there's a method behind your madness of why you stock the things that you stock. I would really use the robots. Like, I am not
Mhm.
joking, because you'll come up with ideas, right? That's what AI is really good at, is making connections, right? You could sit down and look at your sales report and maybe after a few hours pick out some patterns. Well, the robot can do it in seconds and start creating those bundles or ideas for you to get the word out that you guys are running those specials, or putting together those packages that maybe nobody else is really thinking about. So really use those tools, guys, out there. If a ChatGPT subscription is $20 a month, you're literally, it costs you nothing. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's literally cost you nothing. So make sure to use those tools, because Okey's really picked up on it. Like, he's
Oh,
like flying with it, because it leverages or it augments what you can already do. So use those things. Let the robot look at your sales reports, give you ideas. Tell it to keep in mind, hey, we've also got this local football game that's going on, or we've got this fair
oh,
or
how
anything
build your
like that.
brand into that, your marketing
Yeah,
into that too.
because it will be able to think of all those things. And ChatGPT now has the ability to really go out and do some real work for you. So yeah, that's a really cool idea, Okey. And another thing that before we get too far away from
Mhm.
the gift card thing, Greg recently brought up a good point where, hey, yeah, you've got this gift card, but you can't use it until after a certain date, right? Because
Mhm.
you've already the shopping season, you don't have to bribe people or coax people to come in, really, because they're already looking. So you don't want to overwhelm your systems by people coming in with those gift cards and like overwhelming your system and your people and everything else with the gift cards. So he's like, I think he mentioned maybe January 3rd, you start those, the gift card's good January 3rd on, you know.
Okay.
Um, but I thought that was a really good idea, because you're just thinking about that immediate sell. Like, oh, we got a $200 gift card. That's a good sale. It's $200 for a piece of plastic with some printing on it, right? That they may not
Yeah.
spend, but if you make it really convenient, they'll spend it there on a sale that maybe you already have going. So
Yeah. Well, the other side of that too, just gift card incentives in general. I mean, why don't you could always offer, hey, spend $100 and we'll give you a $10 free gift card. I see that all the time. So I come in, I buy $100 gift card from you guys, and then you give me a $10 bonus gift card. That's guaranteeing me stepping back in your door even after I've given the $100 gift card away as a gift. I'm going to come back with that $10 and I'm going to buy something else.
right.
So that's also another way to spin that. And while we're still talking about that, the one the one area that I really would like people to focus on, just we always talk about dead inventory and dead costs, slow moving products. I cannot stress enough that cross selling those slow movers as stocking stuffers um, is the way to go. Just because I mean they sit there all year long. This is going to give little knickknacks for people to give out, and it's going to get off your shelf, and you're still going to get some money. Bundle bundle those, any 3 stocking stuffers you get it for X price. So you could do a mix and match promotion on that. You get this mag light, this heating pad, this pocket knife, $10. There you got something from Saint Nick to throw in there. Um, One thing I don't think a lot of people really take advantage of either, Joel, is in coreSTORE. Um, if you guys are using CoreClear for credit card processing, you have all that retail space on your terminals to upload a holiday image. Maybe you want to put your own specials that you're going to be running on there
Right.
throughout the year. So as the clients are there, they're looking at this and take advantage of your receipt notes also. I mean, putting those at the bottom of the receipt, hey, bring this receipt back with you for an extra 10% off or anything
Yeah.
like that, just to help promote. I mean, people don't think about that a lot, but it's there and it's free. You're already paid for the receipt tape. That's just extra marketing space for you. You already have the terminal. Once again, extra marketing space for you. So really start using that as as an extra marketing platform for you guys. I know everyone gets caught up in, mail blasts and stuff like that, but people still take receipts. People still word of mouth. Which leads me to another one, maybe advertise, bring a friend in. You know, come in. If you bring someone who doesn't have an account in the system, has never been in our store before, we're going to give you an extra 25% off. Kind of be creative with your incentives
Right.
as far as getting new foot traffic in.
Hey, and before you get too far, because you're flying, man, you're like, you must have a ton of stuff to cover, and I don't mean to slow you
Oh
down,
man,
but
no, we need to slow me down. Otherwise, I'll get through it all in 10 minutes. And
there is and you guys, and this is something else that you could use the robots for. You're not selling to robots, you're selling to people, but the
Mhm.
robots know human behavior really well because there's so much data out there that Walmart and all these massive retailers have done studies on how shoppers think and how to guide shoppers through your store. Really use that. And one of the things that going to the psychology of doing these specials, me as a shopper, and this is like people, I've researched it right on the lead up to what we're
Mhm.
talking about here. People would rather have something for free rather than a massive discount. Like, even if it's just a free hat with a gun, they would rather have that than a 15 or 20% discount on a gun, which makes no sense, but it's something that they can hold. They can't hold a discount, right? And that's just how humans are. If I give you something and I say, "Hey, I'm going to give you a discount," it's like, "Yeah, thanks a lot, dude." If I throw you a hat, you're like, "Hey, man, that's really cool." And it's like, "Yeah, it was just $5." They don't care, right? It's just we as humans, we want to have more stuff. We want to hold on to more stuff, and that's really important to understand. But again, use those robots to figure out what your demographic is that you're
Mhm.
targeting within your store, because you can put together some really fascinating things.
I
Hey, man.
and I think that's the biggest. I think that's the biggest thing is using those robots, especially figuring out, like you said, the demographic. What is popping in your area and finding that out. Nathan had a really great idea too. I love that idea.
What is
They
it?
partnered with a food pantry and they gave 1% off for each canned item that they brought in, up to 10%.
Okay,
So
that is huge because that's
yeah,
also
you
creating goodwill, for your
mhm,
shop, good relationships with your community. That's a really good idea.
absolutely. Yeah, and he says right there, visual optics and people buying stuff. Our local newspaper ran an entire article about that. I mean, that's right there. You're doing something awesome, and you're getting the marketing from the newspaper for free. So,
Right.
um,
And
toys
Tony,
for
I
tots.
didn't mean to step on your toe. You just when we get these comments in, it flies up. So if I'm going to click on something and you comment, I get the preview or the next one. So, but you're right, Tony. That's another one. Like, hey, 5% for any big toy that they bring in for Toys for Tots, because anything to build goodwill and memories for people that they'll remember throughout the year is going to be good.
Yeah. Um, I kind of hit on this a little earlier. We talked about the New Year trade-in event. Um, and the reason I want to hit on this again is because I mean this is something that you could even just be straightforward, with your marketing on this. got a gift from mom and dad, hate it, or whatever you want to say, bring it in. Let's do a
We
trade up
won't
or
say
trade in.
anything about it either. Your secret's
No,
safe with us.
and one thing I would even say is if you're a gun range, um, use this as an opportunity to help promote your range to it, the membership side. Maybe use an event like the trade up event to have, you bring in a trade in. We're going to give you 1 month of our membership trial free, but you have to put a card on the account and it's going to automatically renew. Stuff like that. I mean, there's different ways you can work that. But that was bringing me to this, Joel. One thing the robot can't do for me is tell me I have 4 ChatGPT subscriptions under 4 different emails because I just found that out this weekend. So I've been paying $80 a month
Do you
because I
think
have
it would tell you if it could?
no, no.
It's looking at all the other robots saying, "We got a live one here."
Yeah, yep.
I'm just joking. I think I'm paying for 3.
The the last thing I really want to hit on it as far as customer loyalty. We do have a loyalty program built into the system. Um, and I don't know if a lot of people take advantage of this, and I think you should. Under company settings, and if you want, you can throw up my screen there again. Um, if we go ahead and run to the settings section here, second, my computer's a little slow here this morning.
I felt like letting the awkward pause go for
There
a
you
little bit
go.
longer, but I'm not going to. Hey, so real quick, Nathan, there's absolutely nothing wrong when you have ideas. We love ideas because this is literally how you guys get better, by doing different things. And usually the way we do different things is we hear different ideas from different people. So please keep the ideas coming, all of you. And thank you, especially Nathan, for those rapid fire ideas.
Well, and that's how we all learn, right? I mean, we all can learn from each other, especially in the business standpoint. All you shops, I mean, you're spread out across the country. It's very rare that any of you are direct competitors. So, I mean, help each other out. Any kind of ideas that work for you, we're a community at the end of the day.
Right.
So the other thing I wanted to hit on is customer loyalty. I would say, some there are some businesses that require you to sign up to be a part of their loyalty program. Most of them don't require a charge, but I would say push this during your holiday season too. And you can get really really interesting with this. I mean, it could be something as simple as after 10 sales they come in, we give them a 10% discount when reaching their sales. Or you can go ahead and do an advance. So this is where you're going to you spend this amount equals this many points, and each point value is worth $1. So you can see I have a 1-to-1. You spend $1, you get a point that's worth $1. But you need to spend $100 in the store to do this. Now, one thing you could do uh, to help push people in is maybe you could start them as having, sign up for our loyalty program. Once again, you'll get 10% off your purchase, but now you have their information in the system to market to them. Or maybe you could even say something like, hey, sign up for our customer loyalty and, we're going to give you 500 free loyalty points, just depending on what your point value ratio is. There's different ways you can work that. I don't see a lot of people using the loyalty points. Now, you can mark customers, or sorry, individual products as uh, loyalty disabled, so they will not get loyalty points, which is a good thing for your high ticket items. You don't want to give someone a 1-to-1 ratio on a
I'm going to bear it.
$5,000. Yeah. No, you wouldn't want to do that. So that's just another thing to take a look at. And I wanted to throw this up here too. So we work with a company called Plastic Printers, and I'll drop this in the chat. So this is a company you can order your gift cards from, loyalty cards. If you guys do membership cards, you guys can order from them, and they work directly in our system. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'll throw that in the chat if anyone wants to take a look at that. So that's just another opportunity to build value for you and your customer. If they're spending money with you, they're getting money back. So that's some of my ideas, I guess, off the top of my head from what I've been looking into. I really think using AI to your advantage and running, your top selling, your lower selling, and maybe even just a detailed sales report in general for your holiday season, and feeding that into AI and having it come down. Okay, you've moved 400 of these last year. Let's make sure you have 400 in stock. That would be the next biggest thing to me as far as being prepared. You want to have your inventory levels in the right place. You don't want to overstock bad items. Um, and generally, you probably should do a physical inventory a few times a year. Maybe that's something you guys put to start doing in August before busy season comes, so your inventory levels are right. But the reason you can feed that into AI is you can use that to help you actually order the product that you need, and to help identify what you need to stop carrying, to get rid of, not purchase anymore. So, um, yeah, I know it
Right.
sounded like just a lot of chat.
No, I actually built a specific bot for that,
Oh,
for like looking at sales reports and coming up
mhm,
with like strategic ways to do it. But you guys can do the same thing within ChatGPT. Just go and tell it you want to create a custom GPT. If you've got a subscription to ChatGPT, you can create custom GPTs that specifically are, trained on what you want it to do. Right. So right now
mhm.
you can go ask it and say, "Hey, look at these sales reports. What do you think I should do?" It's going to give you some really good information. But if you really just dial it in with a custom GPT and give it the persona that you want it to have, like, hey, you've got 20 years of experience working for one of these massive like
Mhm.
Bass Pro shops. And, you know, the first thing I would do, honestly, is I would ask it, what would a CV look like for a person that's been working for Bass Pro for 20 years and they're excellent in, really they've mastered inventory, and then let it spit that out and then use that as your instructions for your custom GPT. So literally you've got this custom GPT that's got 20 years of experience where they've
Yeah,
mastered, how to order and what they need to order and when they need to order it. So if you guys need help with that, I am literally always here. Because this stuff, you don't understand how empowering this stuff is. Our tools are awesome already, but when you get a team of robots behind you, you can really maximize our tools to your advantage, and really start blowing stuff out of the water. Like,
yeah, just get it dialed in. Well, and one
yeah,
thing you taught me on it too, Joel, just in general, is don't be afraid to ask the bot a question too. Ask it, hey, what information do you need from me? And it's going to tell you. I mean, it's going to say, what kind of store do you run? Who's your target audience? Do you have online and physical locations?
right.
So, I mean, it's going to help you strategize that too,
And
just
if
based off of.
And there
Oh,
may
go
be
ahead.
guys out there that have already been doing that. So, but if you haven't been doing that, but you've been using like something like ChatGPT for a year or two, with all your business, you can literally go back to it and say, "Hey, so you know a lot about me right now. You know what I've been working on. So what I want you to do is I want you to come up with ways that I can even do better, right? So, or ask me
Mhm.
questions. What do you not know about my business?" And you can literally, carry that conversation on and give it even more knowledge to help you, carry out your mission.
Yeah, and and maybe this is something you can show. Oh, here, maybe I can share this. Can I share a link to what it spit out for me? Is that something that I'm allowed to do?
Yeah, anybody with the ChatGPT account will be able to click on it, and it should open up in their ChatGPT.
Okay, and I'll throw this in here. This is kind of what it came up with for me when I
Can
bet I have.
can
Oh,
you Discord that to me as well so that I can make sure?
yeah,
And that way they're
yeah.
not.
This way, yeah, absolutely. So this kind of just gives you.
Yep.
I had to break it into three pieces for me. Ideas for Black Friday, ideas for the Christmas season, and then New Year. because it's all about building up that urgency with Black Friday,
Right.
then building up the sense of, okay, it's gift season. Let me go ahead and let's find something for my loved ones, friends, and family. And then the new year is about getting them back in the store as a returning customer,
Right.
and to keep them there. So that's kind of how this conversation with Chat GPT broke down for me, and it gives you some good ideas. I think that just be something nice to kind of read through to see what it came up with based off of my prompts.
And if you
For it.
guys, what you could take it a step further and you could copy this, you could literally copy it and paste it into your current like chat. And you can say we had a webinar today, and Okey was going over ways to do this. Knowing me the way you know me, robot, how can I, like, in a concrete way, implement some of this stuff? If you need sales reports from me, tell me what sales report you need from me to look at. Right? Treat the thing like it's an expert at everything, because it will do whatever you ask it to do.
Yeah, and it's gonna ask you exactly for what it needs. I know I did that with the with and I never sent you this song, Joel, so I feel really bad about that because now I just remembered that I never sent over the AI song I was
I
making.
know.
I have to get them off my personal one now though.
That's horrible
Um,
that you wouldn't send it to me. That really hurts.
I'll get them to you.
But again, all this stuff, like literally, Okey, you can
Mhm.
see what Okey did here. It provides links as well to where it was getting the information. So it wasn't, it's just not making crap up like like they used to. The robots are a lot less BSier, if you will, and they give you some good information. And you can really this is a good thread for you to pull as a retailer and keep it going, right? Just
Yeah.
keep the conversation going. And I know all of you out there have really talented people in your shops too. And this may be the spark that they need to just see everything new, right? So you can task them to, hey, what do you think we should do? Like, what do you think? You've been working here for 3-4 years. What do you think would be a good sale, right? Because your people
Mhm.
have the pulse of your business, right? Those people that work behind the counter, they put out stock, all that stuff. They really have the pulse of your shop, and maybe more than you, because you're really in the weeds with the business, right? So utilize the robots and utilize all the people around you to come up with great ideas. And I think it's going to be a really good shopping, holiday shopping season. I don't know. Is there anything new in the industry, Okey, that you know of that's causing a lot of buzz where people like
Mm.
want it? Or
This is where I have a hard problem, and everyone's gonna crucify me for this. I I own one gun. I'm not very big
I'm going to
into
take Okey off the screen now.
bye
And
guys.
no, Okey, hey, I'll be honest with you. I've known for a while. I had maybe 2 guns, and I'm not joking, and I'm not bragging or anything, but I knew more about like the operation of a firearm and just the basics of how everything works,
Mhm.
more than the people that came in with like hundreds of guns. Because that was their gift. Their gift was going out buying all the guns. My gift was I've got maybe 2 or 3 sitting around me. I really want to learn how to use them,
Yeah.
and how to make them work for me. So don't feel bad about only owning one gun. However, I think you may need to get another one.
Thanks,
Nathan
Nathan.
said, yeah, Nathan, Okey, your manager called. They want you in the office to discuss the future of your employment.
It
And
doesn't mean that I don't love the outdoors, guys. I like fishing. I like
so do
kayaking.
hippies,
I
okay?
like camping. I like shooting guns.
Yeah,
My pro
I'm totally
no,
joking with you. But have you
I
heard of
know.
anything? Like, is there anything going on in the world? I mean, we already know that there's a lot of fear out there, and people may be more focused on
Oh, well, the
um
big thing is, all the troops coming into the cities now.
oh
So
yeah.
that, I mean, might be probably not a reason for us to be worried, but you might want to get some firearms just in case, stuff gets crazy.
Yeah, and I like Dean's. Dean says you need one for each window and a few extras, and I totally agree.
I always
Tony, you're exactly right. Everybody needs a freaking shower gun. I think it should be like a revolver, good handy, like Colt, like 38 or 357. Because you have a lot of tile in there though too. So just make sure that you know that you're probably going to get some fragmentation from that
well,
from the tile.
that's when you're most want. Oh, that's true.
It is.
That's true.
And I'm being deadly serious. I used to say that when I worked, in a shop. I'd be like, that'd be a good shower gun, and people would laugh at me. I'm like, what? Literally, like, when do you really need a gun? Right? You're naked, for crying out loud. You need a freaking gun.
I need a gun now.
I need it now. So,
Um,
so we do. Yeah, you're right about that. So also, all of you out there, what the current administration is doing in regards to crime and all that stuff. So if you're around one of those areas, capitalize on it, right? And it doesn't mean it's not capitalize in an icky way, right? Like a lot of people do.
fear.
You could capitalize on it and make it a fun thing, like stay out of ice way, but make sure you're okay. Something,
I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, because it's again, I know that
it's just the lay of the land.
Yeah,
too.
know what's going on around you. What about I know there's that asteroid coming in, so that could be something else that you guys would, who knows if that thing starts slowing down, what they're going to send here, right? So maybe have an alien cell. Okey, I need some laugh. I don't have a laugh track, dude. You're supposed to laugh at my.
Oh, I was trying to get the next line for you. Oh, never mind. AI let me down. I wanted to. It didn't. My prompt let AI down.
There you go.
So.
Hey, if anybody heard what he just said, it's the most brilliant thing any of us will ever say when we're dealing with AI. It ain't the AI; it's the way you're talking to it.
It's the prompt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nathan, I would tell that story out loud, but it's frightening. It's terrifying.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that is terrifying.
Hey, and there's another thing you can do probably, and this is just, again, I hate using fear as a weapon, the knowledge of fear as a weapon, but knowledge shouldn't make anyone fearful. Knowledge should empower people. So you could literally do, there may be law enforcement around you that tracks, crime. I know there are websites that track crime nationwide, and you may be able to like find out in your area, hey, what are the most likely things, happening crime wise in your area, right? And again, you'll have all these new people coming for the holiday season. If they see you proactive in keeping the community up to date when it comes to what's going on in our community, like what are the main crimes people commit around these parts, right? And again, the holiday shopping season is not only about moving product, it's about first impressions, because that first impression could turn into a shopper in your slow season, right? You make a really good impression, in November, December, January, when it's vacation time and everybody's leaving and nobody's coming to your shop. Those people will remember you, and if they want to do anything gun related, they're gonna see you as the expert in whatever it is that you're pushing now, right, through the holiday season. So don't just worry about the product. Really provide that extra value for people. Like this is make it an old school tavern where people would, the community would come together and everybody knew what was going on around the town and all that stuff. Make that part of your culture and your store.
Well, that's I mean, we talk about it all the time. I can buy anything I want on the internet, but I cannot get the friendly face, the customer service, the friendships that you get from coming into a brick and mortar store. And I think small towns really live up to that. I know I talked about the lumber yard before, hardware store. I walk in there, I see, well, not anymore. A lot of them have passed away now. My grandpa's friends, but I would always see, the same 8 guys in there drinking coffee. And if they ever needed anything, it wasn't Menards or Lowe's or, the other big box store, the orange one, right. Home Depot. It was, I'm going down to Hank's Hardware. And that's where I'm going to shop because he's been there for me. I have good conversation. They're always helpful.
Right. And you guys are obviously you're surrounded by those lows in the form of a Bass Pro, a Dick's, whatever else other big
Mhm.
boxes there are. So one quick thing that I always want to at least make you aware of when you're coming up with sales and whatnot, if you have your ear to the track, right? Make sure you're not competing with one of those big box stores in regards to sales. Because if they're giving, 20% off a Glock and you're giving, 10% off the Glock, you're probably going to be stuck with a lot of Glocks, right?
Yeah.
So if you can find out what others around you are doing, make sure that you're doing something unique. And the robot will help you to come up. I mean, just tell it, I want you to think outside the box. I don't want all this regular, what people do all the time. I want you to think of really creative ways that I can match my product up with the people that want to buy it, that want to give me money for it. And it will come up with some pretty special ways for you to do that.
You could even take that even on that same note, Joe. Like you said, don't try to do the same deal because you can't compete with that. But take those competitors' deals, feed them into AI, and ask them how you can compete with that. What
That's
are
see, Okie, that shows right there. And I'm not joking. It sounds like I'm BSing you right now. I'm not. That's literally the magic behind AI. It's not just you
Mhm,
go to it and you get this thing and you're like, hey, I'm good. It's really, it's using it as an army. Like, where do I need to move my army now?
mhm,
You're using because it runs on knowledge, right? So you have this knowledge. You go tell it, hey, this company, and what what it may say is, well, if they're running a sale on Glock 17s, that's 9mm. Maybe you run a sale on
and the
nine
ammo.
millimeter ammo
Yeah.
or holsters, right? And you can even say it. Hey, I know one of the big guys is running a sale on this. If you come here after you're done, we can stock you up on everything that you need to go with it.
Bring your Cabela's receipt and get an extra 5% off.
No, but seriously, if you think about it, that's really thinking outside the box, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, no, I want to go crush them. Nah, let them spend all the money on the big discount, right? You give a marginal discount and then enjoy the profits.
I do like Nathan with line that partnering. You could use that too. Now partnering with Cabela's, bringing
I love it.
you.
I love it. Hey, and
uh,
I'm in all seriousness, with all these tools out there, you can do some really amazing things like with video or images or music to
mhm.
really um it resonates with people. Memes resonate with people, right? Catchy
Zoomers,
tunes
man.
resonate with people, TikTok resonates with people. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it does.
Do you have TikTok?
I do, but I'm rarely on. I've made like 2 videos or something like that.
I got so mad the other day because my son sent me this and I had to message him and I'm like, I've told you 100 times I do not have TikTok. I don't even know how to work it or how to open it. So yeah,
I have to do that.
it's a
I
boomer
know,
and Zoomer fight, me and
but I
him.
have to do
So
that with Facebook. When people send me a Facebook link, it's like, dude, I'm not on Facebook anymore. I'm sorry.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
Well, and
go ahead.
well, I just wanted to just to hit, you said there's so much knowledge, you think of all the knowledge you have in your head just as an individual
Right.
person and how chat GPT keeps getting smarter is all these individuals from around the globe are dumping their knowledge into it. So yeah, like you said, instead of just being you, have a billion people behind you giving you ideas instead.
You literally do have a billion people. You've got a billion little brains that's just raring to go to work for you. And again, however we can help you. So, real quick, Okie, because I want people to
Yeah.
walk away with concrete steps they can take. What are the 3 reports that you would encourage people to run as a starting point? Like, what do they need to look at to really start preparing?
3 reports that I would run would be your top selling items. So under your items tab, I would run your top selling items and your worst selling items. That's going to give you a good baseline on what products move and what products don't. Now you can run this once again for all time, or you could just do the the period of the holidays if you just want to see what moved through the holiday season. The third one, actually, I'd probably run a couple. So the other ones, the other few that I would run personally would be your inventory detail by category. What that's going to do is that's going to give you your current inventory quantities, what's in the store, etc. And then I would also run a sales report. So probably uh, the detailed sales report. So top selling, worst selling, your detailed sales report, and then your inventory details by category are inventory by details. So I would run those because it's going to give you your inventory on hand. It's going to give you all sold inventory with the sales report, and then your top and your worst selling. And what you can do that is you can combine that into one prompt and let the AI know, hey, this is my current inventory, my top selling, my worst selling. I need to build a action plan based off of what do I need to stock, what kind of bundles can I use to help move my more pricey inventory, my lower selling inventory, and kind of work from there. So those four would be the big ones: detailed sales report, top selling, worst selling, and detailed by category.
Okay. And if you guys are not, you need to make sure you're subscribed to our Core Weekly. We'll include an article on some of this stuff. We'll also include the help desk articles on how to run a report, because I know we've got those, right, Okey?
Yep. We have the articles for the top selling, worst selling. We'll also throw in how to sell gift cards and redeem gift cards for the holiday season. So we should probably throw that on there too.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever ones we need, I can get you the links to them to Joel, so they'll have them in their arsenal here for the season.
Yeah. And this is not going to be our last one. We're going to do, I think next week we have Core Blast with Ezra. We're going to be talking about some really amazing things. That's the Core Blast is more of a future looking kind of thing. It's
what's coming.
Yeah, what's coming. It's kind of exciting because we dream and we talk about what the things that we're working on and the things that are coming. I think the week after that, you guys will be doing a Coreware update live.
Yep.
So maybe that the next week you and I can hop back on in a couple of weeks and talk about some more ideas for people.
Yeah.
And if anybody has any ideas yourself, like how can we use your tools to do so and so, let us know. We would love to empower. Literally, man, the tools are there just to empower you. If there's anything more we can do to empower you, that's what we live for, right? We love to hear our customers, and we have a lot of customers that come up to us and say, I wouldn't be able to do this without what you guys provide. And that makes us feel so good, because I know it's not only that business, but it's all those families that business is supporting, that makes us, we're playing a pretty big role in these people's lives, and it's just makes you feel good.
I mean, I just got a message Monday, Joel, from a client that's not a client of Coreware, but a client of mine from 4 years ago from my old job, literally just reaching out and saying thank you for helping me get to where I am today. I wish we were still partners, etc. But that lifted my spirits. I didn't expect to hear from anyone from my previous employment, and to get that where he went online, found my LinkedIn profile, or I don't even know what the right one is, the professional Facebook, whatever one that one is, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Found that and sent me an email, and I was just pumped. So, just remember, we touch people every day. We help people out. We're here for you guys. We can't grow and be successful without the ideas and hearing how we can be better, B, just in general, what can we do, as Joel said, to empower you? I know personally, I want a lot more empowerment for our clients, for our software tools. And I know the direction we're going with the new system, I think, is going to really change the landscape, just in general of the game. So
yeah, it's going to be really good. Well, believe it or not, you went an entire hour.
Oh, Colt's never even done an hour webinar, has he?
I don't think he knows what an hour means when it comes to these webinars. Oh, got some questions rolling in.
Oh, hey, Oki, any updates on the ongoing transaction receipt issue since the offline mode was introduced? Yeah, I did see that, David. I have to look, but I just talked about that yesterday and I saw there was movement on there. So I would say get ready for that in the, let me see. It could have been hotfix, but let me just double check.
And Nathan's offering help as well. Thank you, Nathan. It's how we get better as a community.
Yep. So this is marked urgent and yeah, I would say next update we should have that corrected. It looks like it's going through its final touches. David, feel free if anyone needs ideas or help, you can hit me up. Hey Nathan, you did say thank you. Obviously, Joel, that's who you're talking to.
If you do reach out to Nathan, thank you, Nathan, for real.
Yes, that's what we like to see, that helping each other.
Because there's plenty of business out there. I think aren't there 7 billion people on the planet now?
Gosh.
I think something like that. There's
8.142 billion.
8.14. Oh, say, I guarantee you there's plenty of business out there for everyone. Like, for real. We're like one of the smallest industries. And there are a lot of people waking up to the fact that maybe I do need to learn how to do this all-American pastime, which is shooting and defending myself in my country. So there's plenty of business. It's okay for you guys to help each other. And we are here for it. I know it sounds like BS. It's not. This is the pinnacle of my job when I get to see what we do for our customers and how you guys out there use your creativity to really utilize these tools. Because, hey, I know people with a Ferrari that don't know how to drive a car. Then, a person with a Ford Pinto that can outdrive the guy with a Ferrari, right? And I'm not saying we're a Pinto. You've got a Ferrari. So learn how to drive that freaking thing. Learn how to use our tools. Learn how to maximize everything that's at your fingertips to really push your business forward. Do you have anything else, Okey?
Oh, off the top of my head, no, I don't right now. Dean, I did get your email too. I know you're in here. I'll take a look at that for you and get back to you guys about AGA. And just so everyone knows, if you're having trouble marking a Ecker gun auction as completed right now, Jeremy's working through marking those as paid. So just give him some time to catch those up, and you'll be able to there. But really, that's all I have right now, Joel.
So, are you ready for some zigzag core?
What's zigzag core? Is this? For AI music?
Oh, no, you're not. Now I can hear you. What'd you say?
What do we use to make our AI music? What's the program?
Suno, S-U-N-O. Makes no sense.
This is my jam.
I love it. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for spending your lunchtime with us. Next week, I think it's the 13th or 14th.
Core Blast.
Core Blast with Ezra. The week after that, Coreware Update Live. The week after that, Okey and I will probably be back with you talking about some
I'm on vacation.
Black Friday ideas. Thank you guys so much. We're going to
see you guys.
Steps up, never back down.
I wish I could hear it.
Yeah, hear it.
Cabbage in a cake with a customer grin. We're on the mic with a limited spin. Quarter past clean in a digital jam. Cores in motion like a hologram. Sidewalk come with a cash box glow. Where don't stop when the numbers flow. Everything shines when the beat runs tight. Coreware cruising in the pixel light. I saw a milkshake levitate at the edge of the Ethernet. record wave. Where moonwalk. Then the lights blink 12. Forever. Zigzag when the lead knocks. Zigzag core. Eyes wide open. We got style, never broken. Slide the core and the jazz up flare.
Oh, you have it turned off. I just heard you talk. I can't now. I did it earlier. I can't now.
Okay, so that's it. Everybody, thank you so much. That was a great song. That is one of my favorite songs, Okey. Guys,
It sounds good.
Have a great day. Thank you so much. We love you all. We'll see you in the next one.
Stay safe.